So welcome back to this module. So in this module, we are going to build the day of the week project. So this will be the final version of the application that we are going to build in this module. So it is going to display the day of the week. So today is actually Sunday. So that is why it's actually displaying here a Sunday, and then it's going to display a one simple message, which is like a code time to chillax. So these are the codes that you can display. You can add whatever you want to display here. So the idea is here to how to use the date function of the JavaScript. So this is the application that doesn't take any input from the user. It's going to display the day of the week inside this module. So in the next part, we are going to start with the HTML part of the project. Now for the HTML part, I have already created the file inside the Visual Studio Code, and I have linked the CSS and the script file. So for building this particular project, first we need to actually create a hidden container because all of these three elements is actually presented inside the container. So here I will be using the container, and inside the container, first I'm going to place the h1 element that is for the that is going to display the today's message. So I'm going to also launch this application because this is the final version of the application that we want to build, and this will be the version of the application that we want to build in this entire module. So this will be the h1, and then I will be here using the division tag. Okay, and I can just simply remove it. I can here type the dot, then weekday. If I press the enter key, then we get the division tag of class name weekday. And instead of that, we need a span element. So here, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a span tag. Inside of the span element, I'm going to specify the ID, which is like weekday. All right. And then here I will be displaying the message, which is display. And then I will add here some bunch of br tag. And then br tag. And then after that, I will be providing the span tag. Instead of that, I will be adding the ID and q code. Okay, and here I will display the code. Control save it, then you can see we get our all of the three elements. So this will be remains fixed. These two span elements data will be updated by using the JavaScript code dynamically. So in the next part, we are going to start with the CSS part of the project. So that's it for this particular lecture. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much. So now it's time to start with the CSS part of the project. So for that, we need to use the style.css file. So here first I'm going to select the universal selector, and instead of that, first I'm going to reset the default styling of the browser, which is the margin 0. Then padding is also going to be 0. That is this one, which is the padding, and then here I'm going to set the padding to 0, and then box sizing to border box. If I control save it, now you can see the default styling of the browser is changed. Then I'm going to select here the body selector, and here first I'm going to select the display. That is, display is going to be flex, and after that I need to specify the align items to the center, and then I will be here using the justify content to the center, and after that we need to provide the minimum height, which is going to be 90 vh. Control save, and now you can see the content is actually shifted to the center of the browser screen. And then here I will be adding the width, which is going to be like auto, and then I will going to add here a background color, which is going to be like E6FA. So this will be the background color used for this particular project. And after that, here I will be using the font family. So this will be the font family, which is going to be like cursive. Control save it. Now you can see the cursive font family is applied to the entire project. Okay. After the completion of the body code, it's time to specify the code for this particular h1 element. So for that, we need to here select the h1 element, and then we need to start its block of the code. And here we need to first set the font size to 3 rem units. Now you can see the size of the today is text is actually increased, which is actually a h1 element. Then we need to change its color, which is actually the font color. So here I will be using the color code, which is 9370DB. So this will be the color code used for this particular today's h1 element. We need to just simply, and that marks the completion of the code for the h1 element. And after that, we need to actually apply the code for the weekday. So if I come back to the index.html, so this is the weekday. So simply copy this particular ID name. So it is actually a id selector, so we need to use the hash symbol and then we need to paste the name of the id selector and then need to start its block of the code. Inside of this particular weekday, first we need to set the font size. So font size I'm going to use here 5 rem units, and then we need to change the color. So color that I will be using here, which is 6A5ACD. So this will be the color used for this particular display day of the week. Right now you can see it's actually looks like very big, but we want to display only a single text. So if I come back to index.html and if I just simply say here display day and just I remove the of the week, then you can say it will looks like this. Okay, save it, it will be look like this. Come back to the style sheet again, means style.css, and after the color we need to provide the text transform, which is going to display all the text in uppercase like this one. And after that we need to increase the font weight a lot, so it is going to like 800. Now you can see we have increased the font weight as well. Next we need to apply the style to this particular quote one. So for that we need to actually copy the quote id, which is the quote. So coming back to the css again, and then here again it is the id selector, so we need to use the hash symbol, then pasting the name of the selector, then starting the block of the code. And then here first I'm going to select the font size, which is going to be like 2 rem units, and after that we need to add the color hash symbol, which is like 8A2BE2. So control save it. Now you can see the color of the quote one is also changed. So that's it for the CSS part of the project, which is the display day of the week project. So in the next part, we're going to start with the JavaScript part for the project. So that's it for this lecture. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much. So now it's time to start with the JavaScript part for the project. So for that, we need to use the script.js file. Instead of that, first we need to create the object of the date class. So here I'm going to use the let, and this is going to equal to date, then new date object, and then we need to get the current day. So for that we need to again create here a variable which is day number is equal to, then with the use of the date we can get the current day by using the get day function. And after that we need to create the two more variables. So the first one is the day is, that is this one, and then we need to create the another variable which is let quote that we want to display. And after that I will be here using the switch case statement, because we need to actually check for the 7 days of the week. So for that it's better to use the switch case instead of using the if conditions, or you can say that is the else if ladder conditions. So here I will be first passing the day number, because that is the reason we have specified the day number. So the day number for the date object of the JavaScript is started with 0. So on 0 we have Sunday, and on 1 we have Monday. So here first I'm going to specify the case 0, and then I will be here add the day is going to initialized with the value of Sunday. Alright, and then we need to display the quote is equal to the quote that you want to display time to chillax. Okay, so the time is for the chill, or you can say that is chillax. Then we are using the case statements, means switch case, so we need to actually use the break as well, so that we can actually break on the continuous loop of the switch case. Similarly, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to copy it one more time here. Actually it will be like this. Okay, and here this will be the case 1. So this one is actually for the Monday, and here I will be using the Monday morning blues. I can say that the Monday is a day of work. Monday is a day of work. Okay, you can add different codes you want to display. Again, I'm going to copy it and paste it one more time here, and just indent it like this. Similarly, if you have here case 2, you can add here Tuesday, Okay, and then simply here use the Tuesday. Okay, so this will be the case. Tuesday is a second day of the work. You can add it, quote whatever you want. Like here it is like Tuesday, and I'm going to copy it. And I will be pasting it one more time, like this one, and again, like this one, and again. So it is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we have this 7. It is our case 3. This one is case 4. This one is case 5, which is actually a sixth one, and this one is case 6. So total we have 7 days. Okay, so I'm going to format it so that it looks neat and clean. Similarly for this one, and for this one also, and this one also. Okay, and here I'm going to just simply changing the day name Tuesday, then this one is going to be like Wednesday, and this one is for like our Thursday, and this one is for our Friday, and this one is for our Saturday. Then you can change the code, so it is like time to party, because on Saturday you can do a party, on Sunday you have a holiday, so on Saturday you can party. Weekend is almost, so weekend is almost here. Okay, and you can just simply change it like Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday the second day, then this one is going to be like third day, then this one is here for is a meeting day, because in my office every Thursday we have meeting. So now we have added all the case variables and also all the codes according to the conditions. Now here if I control save it, nothing will be happen, because we want to update the values of these two variables to these elements. So we need to get the ID of this span element and also the ID of this span element, and then we need to set the values to those span elements with these two variables. So for that, after the end of the switch case statement, once we are actually able to update the values, then here I'm going to create the span of week day, which is actually a variable name for the span for the week day. Okay, so it is like going to equal to document.get element by id, and instead of that we need to specify the weekday, which is the name of the id. And then I need to terminate that, and then here I will be using the span weekday dot inner html. So we want to update its inner html, and here I will be using the template string. Inside of that we need to actually use the dollar, then the curly brackets, and then we need to pass the variable value, which is the day is. If I control save it, now you can see today is Sunday. And similarly the code that you want to display, which is actually like span of code, which is equals to document dot get element by id, and here we'll be adding the id name, which is code, and then after that we need to add the span of code dot inner html is equal to, then we need to add here a template string character, then the dollar symbol, then the curly brackets, and then we need to pass the code variable value. So time to chillax will also now appear inside this particular one. So this is how we can develop the day of week project by using the date object of the JavaScript. So that's it for this particular module, guys. If you like this module, then leave your review, because your review helps me to reach more students and also motivates me to create more awesome content like this. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much.